Hey everybody, welcome to Great Lakes Divide live stream. Gonna keep it quick just here after Michigan's 56-10 win over Nebraska. One of the most dominant performances that I've seen during the Harbaugh era. And let me see if I can find somewhere to sit this down so we can actually. It was a lot easier last time with Ryan here. We had, or at Notre Dame, we had somewhere to set it down. Anyway, I won't spare you guys. I won't bore you guys with a lot of details. The stats, you don't need to see them really. It's almost 500 total yards. It was Chase Winovich has called this one of the most complete team victories that he's been a part of. I think it's one of the most dominant victories of the Harbaugh era. Justin Green says, "Closest, what do I win?" I don't know. There's no prize involved, Justin, but you called 1,000,000 to 0, so good call on that. Here, let me. I'll take a couple questions. I don't have my laptop out. Trill City said, "I told you to check all the boxes this game." I agree with you, Trill City. They did. When you look at in terms of what Winovich was saying about a complete team, I'm going to crouch a little bit. A complete team victory. I mean, you saw Ronnie Bell get involved. Oops. You saw everybody. I mean, True Wilson got carries. Omari Samuels got carries. This was truly a really good team win for Michigan. I expected it to be a lot closer game. Some of you saw like a blowout, but I don't think anybody saw 56-10. So Nebraska, Josh Metellus told me, and the videos will be up on my YouTube channel. I have a column. Josh Metellus told me that they felt like Nebraska didn't even want to play after the first series. It was after that first series that they felt like the Huskers just kind of tapped out. And you know, I wasn't on the field during play, so I can't say for sure, but I can tell you that today, eye test wise, Michigan hasn't really looked any better than it has today. Nebraska got some late points. That's how it goes. I mean, you can't shut out every single team. For all intents and purposes, though, this was a very clean game for Michigan and an absolutely dominant performance. So, guys, I don't have it up on my laptop, so I can't see your questions. I'll take a couple questions. Matt Crandon says, "I'm impressed with the lack of drop off within the defensive two deep. Not much difference between Quiddy, Ada, and the start." Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and this is a good defensive line, right? I mean, they have starter qualities. It's not like they just say, okay, well, we have 8 or 9 guys who can start just to say it. They do have 8 or 9 guys who could start. Aiden Hutchinson was playing at the 3-tech today. He plays defensive end most of the time behind Rashawn Gary, but with Aiden as a 3-tech today, trying to think of some. I mean, Quiddy Pay got in there. The defensive line was great. They put a lot of pressure on Adrian Martinez, a lot of pressure on Andrew Bunch. It's one of those games where you actually end up feeling kind of sorry for the other team, believe it or not. Trill City says Christian Turner looked great. Gary finally did his thing. Gary got a sack. Again, guys, I don't have all the stats. The pertinent stats, this is the stat of the day. It's 6 carries for 18 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's Ben Mason. And we spoke with Ben during the post-game press conference, and I asked him kind of about him becoming a more complete player. So we'll have all those videos up. And I'm going to try to get this stable here, guys. Whitney Jackson says, "Feed the fullbacks." Absolutely. Wes Weber says he taped the game, was in the bubble watching. Look at the title, Grr. Oh, I'm sorry, Wes. Yeah, guys, and this is a kind of impromptu. I'll have the full version. We'll do a lot of questions and stuff tomorrow. But today I wanted to get out on the field today because I feel like I've been lazy by not doing that. Let's see if I can get this thing to... Okay, there we go. But now I can't see the comments. So anyway, as you guys can see, this is the big house. I'm on Nebraska sidelines, actually, where it was, like I said, Josh Metellus mentioned that after the first series, he felt like Nebraska didn't want anything to do with Michigan. And I remember Chris Wormley telling me something very similar to that after Michigan beat Florida in the Citrus Bowl 41-7. They just knew. I think it was after a couple series. Metellus says today after the first series. So that says a lot in terms of dominance. And Michigan, they sensed it, they turned it up, and did what did what a team's supposed to do. I think if there was anything that needed to be answered about Michigan, I mean, Michigan surprised me, guys. I saw a 24-13 game and said, hey, this was going to be a close game. Don't blah, 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 blah. Don't undersell Rutgers, or not Rutgers. Might as well have been Rutgers. Don't undersell Nebraska. They're going to come in here hungry. They got 2 running backs, averaging 6. I mean, okay, whatever. I wasn't willing to say that it was going to be immediately Nebraska's going to come in here and just get whipped. I thought it was going to be a game. I did not think I thought the 18-point spread was ridiculous, but I'm not a bettor, so what in the hell do I know? at the end of the day, this was a dominant performance for Michigan. So, guys, I'm going on just over 5 minutes. Any questions? I'll take a couple questions, and then I got to go home. I live in Flint. It's a little bit of a drive. And I'm hungry. They had a lot of good food today. I ate a lot. I think I ate a career high in pineapple and cantaloupe today, if I'm not mistaken. Drank a ton of coffee. Trail City injury updates. Well, I'll say that I asked Karan Higdon. He says it wasn't an ankle injury. I was told. So, I mean, I'm not calling Karan a liar, but he did not confirm that it was an ankle injury. It was an ankle injury. I know for a fact it's been confirmed. As far as any other injury updates go, Rashawn and Chase were kind of held out in the second half precautionary. It was precautionary for Rashawn. So nothing new that you guys don't already know. Trying to think who, Aubrey Solomon, he wasn't dressed, he didn't play, so day to day. Chris Evans, not a serious injury, but he didn't dress. We don't have any more details on it. Usually on the Monday we'll get more details. Saturday post game, obviously talking more about the game and things like that. So I imagine that we'll ask more about, but no, there was no Chris Evans today. They didn't need him. It was the Karan Higdon show, and True Wilson made a couple nice cameos as well. Amari Samuels had some nice carries. I mentioned Christian Turner. But Ben Mason, I think I was most impressed by Ben Mason today. Depth chart. Trail City says Higdon, Wilson, Turner, Evans, Samuels, my depth chart. What's up with Nordina's PAT look? I tweeted. I was like, what was it, 21-0? It's like, okay, well, actually it was 20-0 because Quinn missed the PAT. So I don't know. It's not. Last year was kind of the cool story. The Lyle thing. I sat with him when he got his haircut at Coach and 4 just up the street. And you could tell today when he made the field goals. I mean, he was pumped. Kicking's mental. I mean, he's got the physical ability, no doubt about it. Kicking, punting, that's a mental kind of thing. And I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for him, but I don't know. Is he out of his groove? I don't know. Is he going to find his groove? I mean, he hit a 50-yarder today, so thinking too much. Yeah, Troll City. I mean, it's easy for us to say, right? But, I mean, Quinn's been doing this his entire life, and I think a lot of times if you overthink things, then it complicates it. For Masterful says, I missed most of the second half. And he reversed it. Hey, you didn't see Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell from Dylan McCaffrey. That was, how many yards was that? That was 40-some yards. I'd have to look at it. It's a long touchdown connection. So, yeah, Bell certainly stood out to me. Yeah, Ronnie and McCaffrey were the two guys. Owen Schussler. Yeah, entire defense. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson had a really good. Josh Metellus had a fantastic game. He's not a underclassman or a guy that we don't really know about, but Metellus stood out today. But yeah, Turner had a great game. Dylan McCaffrey had a great game. Ronnie Bell almost getting his face literally ripped off. I did not think. I want to watch the replay. I did not think that they were trying to make a play on the ball. I thought that was I'm not saying he was out to hurt him. But I'm not saying that he was out to make a play on the ball. I want to watch that play again. I don't really think there was a lot of football play going on in that. There was no reason to go to try to even try to wrap Ronnie. It didn't make sense. It did not make sense. Yeah, DPJ punt return was awesome, says Owen Schussler. That one, as soon as he caught it, he put the spin move on and said he's gone. He is gone. Going on 9 minutes, guys. Trill City says Robert Protzman, I am not wrong. Hey, no, guys, don't argue in here. If you want to argue, save it for when I'm at home, and I can be in my sweatpants. And since I was making a joke about it, yeah, the other day I was wearing a dress shirt and sweatpants. I actually dressed up today, guys. I even wore shoes. Look at that. Clean up. I'll clean up sometimes. Belt, slacks, shoes, dress socks, clean. Yeah, for mess. Well, did you watch the other day? I was just sitting with the shirt on, and I was like, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got sweatpants on, and I stood up. I was wearing sweatpants. So, oh, I'm missing these comments, guys. I'm sorry because it's not on my laptop. For Masterful says he saw. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Today, though, I did dress. Today. Any other questions, guys? We're going on 10 minutes. I just wanted to do this from the field. We'll have the real one. Probably tomorrow. Maybe later tonight, but probably tomorrow. I'm going to go home. I'm going to write some things. Again, I think this was one of the most dominant performances of the Harbaugh era at Michigan. Robert Pry. Oh, hey guys, don't if you got okay. He was hurt for Chris Evans is not fourth. Okay, I see we're gonna have a debate about Chris Evans on our hands. Let's save that for tomorrow, guys. Robert Protzman and what was it, Trill City? We'll go one-on-one tomorrow. Matt Crinton says future's looking good. Glad there. Last question, is Oliver Martin closing the gap between he and Perry? I feel like I see him more and more. That's a good question. I don't know if it's I don't know if I want to use the term closing the gap, because that makes it sound like Grant Perry's not playing well. So I mean, closing the gap between starter level. I guess I would have to know get what you mean by that. But in terms of just closing the gap of getting more playing time on, well, yeah, obviously, because we're seeing a lot more of him. But Owen Schuster says Damian Harris, Alabama running back, actually got his face mask ripped off today. Ouch. Yeah, and that's not only face mask. That can do some neck injuries, some head injuries. That's not a. I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to watch this play again, but I don't think that there was a football play being made on Ronnie Bell. I think that was a desperation, stick your arm out and see what happens. So, hey, guys, I appreciate it. I'll be home in a little while. If you guys have any questions, tweet me at AdamBiggers81. Follow Great Lakes Divide at GL Divide, and on Facebook at Great Lakes Divide. And I'll have a column on why I think today was one of Michigan's most dominant performances. And Terry Walton says Ben Mason is a straight beast with an A. Yeah, he is. I think beasts are actually scared of Ben Mason. So, hey guys, it was fun. Like I said, we'll do the real one probably tomorrow morning. So I'll tweet out time, and we'll have the discussion. So again, I'm from Ann Arbor live. Michigan 56, Nebraska 10 was a complete butt kicking. Really no other way to say it. So check out the videos. I had the Harbaugh press conference video. I'll have the Chase Winovich video coming up, and a couple others pretty soon. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you next time. I think if it'll shut off, is it?